Welcome, my friends. Tonight I'll be reading from the 365 storybook collection for the ASMR Fairy Tale night. And the two stories that I'll be reading are Fit for a Princess from Cinderella and How to Win at Hide and Seek from Beauty and the Beast, some of her favorite classics. Fit for a Princess. Cinderella hummed to herself as she slipped the silver needles through the colorful fabric. She had been working hard on her new quilt for weeks, and it was finally almost finished. Cinderella knew the quilt would be fit for a princess. The worn fabrics were colorful and soft, and with the cotton stuffing she'd found in the attic, the quilt would be wonderfully cozy. No more shivering under her threadbare blanket. Gus agreed. He couldn't help but climb between the sewn-together quilt fabric and snuggle into the cotton filling. Susie and Perla, who were helping Cinderella with the sewing, giggled. "Go and get us some more thread, sleepyhead," they called, but Gus was already dozing off. The sound of his snores drifted out from between the layers of quilt. "Gus," Jacques called, but the snores only got louder. "That mouse hasn't helped with this quilt one bit," Jacques sighed, and went to get the spools of thread himself. Cinderella was just sewing together the last edge of the quilt when loud footsteps echoed on the attic stairs. It was her stepsister, Anastasia. A moment later, she stormed into the room carrying a fancy blue gown. "My dress was not ironed properly," she shouted. "Can't you do anything right?" Then she spotted the quilt. "Oh, it's beautiful, and it will look wonderful on my bed." Cinderella looked at Anastasia in shock. Would her stepsister really steal her quilt? She knew Anastasia and Drusilla could be mean, but that would be downright cruel. Suddenly the quilt began to move. A moment later, Gus's quivering nose poked out from between the unsewn pieces of fabric. "A rodent!" Anastasia screamed. She dropped her dress in fright and leaped onto a small wooden chair. Why that quilt isn't fit for use in the stable?" she cried. Cinderella tried not to laugh as her stepsister leaped off the chair and fled down the stairs. Yawning, Gus climbed the rest of the way out of the quilt. "Well, Gus, Jacques said, I guess you did end up helping with the quilt after all." How to Win at Hide and Seek. "Belle," Miss Potts called. "Oh, Belle!" Belle was sitting in her bedroom surrounded by a pile of books. "There you are," Miss Potts cried. "Hi, Belle," Miss Potts' son Chip chimed in. "Hello to both of you. Were you looking for me?" Belle asked Miss Potts. "As a matter of fact, I was," Miss Potts told her. "I was just stopping by to inquire as to whether or not you would like some tea." "Thank you," Belle said. "I would love some." Miss Potts poured Belle a piping hot cup of tea. Belle took a sip and thanked her. Miss Potts soon headed back to the kitchen, but Chip stayed behind. He wanted to play with Belle. "How about a game of hide and seek?" Belle asked the small teacup. "How do you play that?" Chip asked. "It's simple," Belle said. "One person hides and the other person tries to find him." "I can do that," Chip said. "Of course you can," Belle told him. "So do you want to be the hider or the seeker?" "I want to be the hider," Chip told her. Okay, Belle said. I'll close my eyes and count to 10. 1, 2, 3. Chip took off, darting behind the curtains just as Belle called 10. "Ready or not, here I come." Now where could he be? Belle looked under the table. "He isn't there," she said. Then she looked in the corner. "He isn't there either." She looked high and low, but she couldn't seem to find Chip anywhere. "I give up," Belle said. Come out wherever you are." Chip silently giggled from behind the curtain, but he was careful not to make too much noise. He was having fun. It seemed that Chip doesn't want to come out from his hiding place, Belle said. I guess that means I'll have to eat a slice of Miss Potts chocolate cake all by myself. When he heard that, Chip jumped out. He jumped out from his hiding place and called out to Belle, "Here I am! Wait for me!" Thank you, my friends, for listening to tonight's fairy tale. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.